my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
name's Johnny Dunlop.
And I'm Mark Beatty, and it would take us a wee chance here before the match. Obviously, it's going to be streamed live on BBC NI Sport online and on the BBC iPlayer as well. So, commentator tonight is Michael Clark, and he's on co-commentary with Colin Coates. Bit of a rival for both sides here. He's spent a long time with Crusaders, so we'll have a rivalry with Cliftonville, and he's currently at Glenavon, so obviously he's a rival of ours as well. So, it'll be interesting to hear his viewing of today's game after. He didn't have a great night last night.
No.
His side were thumped 6-1 by Crusaders up at Seaview, so he'll be still a bit raw about that. But listen, it'll be good to hear from Michael as usual and Colin Coates. So make sure you're on that and you're watching tonight's game.
Yep. We'll also be bringing you match updates as always on our social media channels. That's at Portadown FC on Twitter and Portadown Football Club on our Facebook channels.
Yeah, you can probably tell we've changed location for this evening's game. We thought sure there's a wee bit of sunshine. We might as well come down to the bottom of the stand here, and also we don't have the pressures of doing the stream ourselves, so we might as well come out and try something different. So hopefully it's a good taste of the match here. The pitch is in great condition. There's a wee bit dry there, so our groundsman Jack Moffat had the sprinklers on it, trying to soften up the surface and stuff and make it a wee bit slicker for the play. But yeah, everything looks good here for a fantastic game here against Cliftonville. Cliftonville come into it on fantastic form.
Yeah.
If you look at I think in the preview show, Dave Wiggins was saying the last 5 games, the form table they're sitting top, and the last 10 games sitting second just behind Linfield. So we are playing the form team in the Irish League at the minute.
Yeah, I think they're 6 unbeaten. I think since we last played them here, I think it's only Linfield that have took maximum points off Cliftonville since then. Also, their striker Michael McCrudden, he scored 6 in his last 3. So they really come into this game as a form team in the Danske Bank Premiership at the moment.
Absolutely. The teams are being released there on social media, but we'll fire up the team sheet here as well, and we'll run through both lineups this evening. Do you want to do the Portadown side tonight?
Yep, I'll go through the Portadown team. 2 changes from Tuesday's victory here over Dungannon Swifts, with Eamon Skinnell being replaced by Nathan Kerr, and also going out was
Sam Ward.
Yes. Sam Ward then has been replaced by Barney McKeown, who returns to the starting lineup. So I'll just run through the team here for you. We have Jacob Carney in nets. Defence is Greg Hall, Adam McCallum, Paul Finnegan, and Nathan Kerr. Then we have Barney McKeown, George Tipton, Oisin Kennedy and Ben Tilney, and Adam Sally and Lee Bonus leading the Portadown attack this evening.
Yeah, for the visitors, it is much the same. They've actually started the same starting 11 for the last 4 games in a row. So it's consistency from Paddy McLaughlin. He sort of likes what he has going, and I suppose if you're winning games, there's no point in changing it. So they line up with Macari and Nats, the defence of O'Reilly, Harney. You know what, I'm not even going to guess their defence low in there as well, but listen, they're danger men, as we all know. Michael McCrudden has been scoring goals recently. Ryan Curran always pops up with a goal or 2 as well, so there's big danger men in that Cliftonville side.
There definitely is, as I say. They've got talent and quality throughout it. That's why while they're not sitting top of the Premiership at the moment, they're the form team in the Premiership at the moment. As you said, all those names are quality, all in dangerous. So Portadown will have to be wary of that tonight and be on their game.
Absolutely. Listen, we're going to take a wee short break here. We have Portadown manager Matthew Tipton coming on as usual to give us his thoughts ahead of this evening's game. So stick with us, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Hello and welcome back to Matchday Live. I'm joined here by Portadown manager Matthew Tipton ahead of this evening's Danske Bank Premiership game against Cliftonville. Thank you, Matthew, for joining us.
No problem, Sean.
Two changes from the team that beat Dungan Swiss here on Tuesday night, with Nathan Kerr returning to the starting lineup and Barney McKeown.
Yeah, we just thought both boys had obviously performed well last Saturday, and we reverted back to that lineup. Look, people have been knocking the pans, and I know I said it after the game, they're pretty much out on their feet. We've done something different on Thursday, and we feel now that, you know, a good run of form and boys are performing well, just keep the same team. We'll know whether I'm right or wrong come 7:30 this evening, but I'm looking at them. They've got a little bit of hunger in their eyes, and they can see. And Warren Point obviously getting beat last night leaves us 3 points behind them with a better goal difference, and we want to try and claw that back today. Yeah,
it's been a brilliant week for the club. We've had beating Carrick here last Saturday, beating Dungan Swiss here on Tuesday night, and then with Carrick and Dungannon drawn last night, and Warren Point also being beat. It gives us a chance to go ninth this evening.
Yeah, and that's what we want. You know, there's no I'm not hiding that fact, and I know it's not something that you would generally hear people saying, you know, we've got to target ninth, but at the end of the day, if we can finish top of the 4-team mini-league, I suppose, that people keep talking about, then it'll be a good achievement for us. And I think tonight we've got to go out and perform in a manner that enables us to get 3 points.
Oisin Condy was excellent here on Tuesday night in the win against Dungan Swiss. Adam Sally with a brilliant goal as well. Obviously, two players that will have to be at the top of the game today if we're going to get goals against this Cliftonville team.
No doubt. Look, they all have to be at the top of the game because they're coming against a team that they're in real good form. They're top of the form league over the last 6 games. We understand that. We're not silly. What we'll do is we'll make it difficult for them, or I hope we make it difficult for them. But I know we've got firepower going forward. We have a front four that I'm pretty sure a lot of the teams would like in this league. You know, in Adam, Lee, Oisin and Ben Tilney. So when we get opportunity, we've got to really capitalise today. It's something I've been critical over the last 2 games. Whilst we've won, I think we've been a little bit lazy in our choice of pass. And today I don't think we'll get that opportunity as we did 5, 6, 7, 8 times the other day, the last 2 games. So we've got to make sure that when we do get opportunity to break, we've got to be clinical with it, and it's something we really reinforce with the boys. And I know we've enough firepower to trouble any team in this league.
No problem. Well, all the best, Matthew, and thanks for joining us. We're going to take a slight break, and we'll be back just in a few moments.
Welcome back to Matchday Live here at Summer Park. Well, this is how we chat about the match now. So, obviously, coming off, we've talked about it before, coming off 2 good wins. The players are bound to have the confidence and self-belief that they belong at this level, because the marker was laid down before the 2 games in Carrick and Dungannon that these are games where you're circling in your diary, you're saying that's the game we have to win. You know, the sort of games are coming in wee bubbles now. You know, you've got the teams around you, then you've got 2 teams now, Cliftonville and Larne, that are up in the upper echelons of the league. So this is now a game where you come in with confidence, but you're just scrapping. You want to get anything out of it.
Yeah. As I say, our recent record over Cliftonville hasn't been great.
Yeah.
I think we're 14, or Cliftonville's 14 unbeaten against us. I think we're 12 unbeaten here. Cliftonville against us. So, it's not a game that we've been used to getting something out of over the past few years, never mind this season. But listen, we're coming off the back of 2 big wins. It's been a big week for the club, beating, Carrick and Dungannon Swifts. They talk about, a week being a long time in football. You look at how much the landscape has changed over that past week. 2 victories, 1 point losing last night. Portadown, now looking possibly a victory here this evening will propel them to 9th place. So it's been a big week. The players are bound to be full of confidence. So they are, and they've nothing to fear here. Just go and give it a go.
I think the last game we played them early in the season up at Solitude, and they gave us a spanking.
Yeah,
that was our first game back after the short COVID break or whatever. But they beat us 5-0, and it was a convincing victory. The boys were dead on their feet at the end of it. But then they came here at Summer Park, the snow game. Remember, we were taking snow off the pitch all afternoon, pushed it to half five like the night, and the boys ground out a draw. They got that last minute equaliser from Adam McCallum, so they've shown that they can compete with this team. Now, we know they are better than us. They're up there for a reason. They're the form team in the league for a reason, and we're scrapping towards the bottom of the league. But they've showed that they can compete with it.
Yeah.
On their day they can earn a point, they can earn a win against this side, so they just have to go and prove it now. And it's great to have those 2 centre halves back in the side, and they really make that difference. They give you that platform to build, and I think that's what happened the last couple of games. But it's guys like Lee Bonus, Adam Sally, and Tinley and Connolly, like Matthew was saying before, guys like that, they can pull it out of the bag, and they can get a goal from nowhere on a counter attack that weren't expecting. So you just never know. Puncher's chance is the way that I would describe this evening.
Listen, I would snap your hand off for a draw, to be honest with you here. As we say, Cliftonville's a form team. Our record here isn't great against Cliftonville, but listen, records are there to be broken, and a team can't go on unbeaten runs forever, so it has to come to an end at some time. So why not here this evening?
Yeah. Let's look at tonight's game. When I was looking at the lineups, I was looking who's playing and sort of the form and whatever. And where I sort of look and see a real big battle tonight is Liam Bagnall in the Cliftonville midfield against Barney McKeown in Portadown's midfield. Their 2 players are similar enough, probably at opposite ends of their career. One's just starting, one's coming to the end of it. But they're scrappy, they're hard, they win tackles, win challenges, and they give the ball to the other guys. And those 2 will be trying to win that midfield battle today. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out the better, who comes out the stronger, who wins the first challenge, who can get on the ball more. And that's where I think this game's going to be won. Now, obviously, Cliftonville have got the strikers like Curran and all the rest, and McCrudden and stuff, so you have to stop that too. But I think if you can cut off the supply from that midfield, if Barney can do that and get some foothold in there alongside George, that's the way where Portadown can get a foothold in this game.
Yeah, I think you're correct. I think that will be where the game is probably won and lost. Cutting off that distribution to the likes of Michael McCrudden, Barney in there doing the dirty work, sniping, getting the ball, breaking up play and everything, and then trying to get that ball forward to our front men. So I think you're correct in that as well.
Yeah, and the one thing about McCrudden isn't the type of player. He's not a Joe Gormley or a player that'll create for himself. He has to have good service. He has to have balls coming in at him that he can finish in the 6-yard box. Now, not saying he can't pull one out from outside the box or whatever, or pull out a worldly or whatever, but he's a player that really depends on service. And if you can cut off that service to him, the likes of Chris Curran and stuff are really, really good at getting balls into the box and stuff. So the fullbacks have to be sharp. And if you can cut off service to the likes of McCrudden and Curran, then you have a chance.
Yeah. Here on Tuesday night, I thought, Paul Finnegan and Adam McCallum were excellent. I've sort of said, I think if people had thrown blocks and bricks at them on Tuesday night, they would have cleared it, blocked it and headed it away. And they'll need to be in that form again, this afternoon or this evening too. I keep saying afternoon because it's so bright and sunny here. I keep forgetting that it's an evening kickoff. But Adam McCallum and Paul Finnegan, I think it'll be another big, as every game is, for them, it'll be a big game for them to be clearing those balls and trying to thwart Michael McCrudden and Curran. Yeah,
and they're going to have to sit back. I mean, they've done that on Tuesday night to a point towards the end of the game. They were able to sit back and soak up pressure, but they're going to have to do it again today for probably the full 90 minutes. But it's can they have some effect on the other end of the pitch? Can they break away quickly? Can they use the pace of Sally Bonus and the rest of the forward players to get in behind and punish Cliftonville? Maybe if they're on the ball a lot and they get sort of complacent at the back, can you punish those mistakes from them? They won't come often. You might only get 1 or 2 in this game to make it count, but they have to. The likes of Bonus, they have to be clinical. They have to, if they get a chance, put it away and then you can scrap and defend for the points, you know.
Yeah, one of the big things that I took from Tuesday night's win against Dungannon and Swifts is we didn't play the free flowing football, the nice football. We sort of done the dirty work and sat in and grinded out the result on Tuesday night. So often this season we've seen it here against Linfield and other big teams where we've played really well and have lost by the odd goal. Sometimes you just need to be doing the dirty work, not playing, you know, the lovely passing football and stuff. It's just getting dug in, putting in the hard work, and hoping that chance comes off for you. And you know, like I say, you know, why not this evening?
Absolutely. Well, listen, I'm getting dirty looks in the background from Matt Gregg, our cameraman here. He wants to get set up for the match here, but get on the BBC Sport NI online on the BBC iPlayer. It'll be on live there with Michael Smith on commentary with Colin Coates. That's where you can watch the game. Obviously, after the match, you can get some post-match interviews with the manager, sort of discussing how the game went and stuff, and then you'll have the match highlights as well on Ports TV on YouTube. So, just while I mention YouTube, if you can take this chance to like and subscribe to our YouTube page and all the rest of our social media, it'll be a fantastic help for us. But yeah, are you going to give us a prediction tonight? Because you've been very accurate the last wee while.
I wasn't too accurate now on Tuesday night when I thought we would run out easy winners, and I was sitting up here on Tuesday night at hardly any nails left by the time the referee blew his whistle. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw.
I would take a 2-2 draw right now.
I would gladly take
Happy
a 2-2 draw.
Well, listen, appreciate you coming along and watching our build up on Matchday Live here. Tuesday night we'll be back on Matchday Live as well, but then we'll be on the 24/7 for the stream against Larne. So listen, keep tuned and come on the porch.